welcome to our second Del Shores Foundation Writers Festival.
We got a car full of very talented people.
It's like some kind of pride parade crossing the street.
Let the fun begin.
I would like to bring to the stage the one, the only, the sordid Del Shores. Thank you all. One of the things that we find in our work, especially as LGBTQ plus folks, is that sometimes our story is someone else's story. And our art starts touching lives.
And I love the mission of this festival of supporting queer writers, specifically queer writers from the South.
It's so nice getting to be in a space surrounded by other people who get you.
Being Black, being queer, and that support makes me feel like I'm actually already winning an Oscar.
It's great to have partners like the Del Shores Foundation to amplify queer writers from all across the country.
William was the young man in Pensacola who had come up and said, I have a story to tell and I'm not sure how. He wrote that short film, he entered it into our writer's search, and he won.
This past year and a half, I have experienced so much unconditional love from these two people, and the thing is that this is what this story is inherently about.
What do you feel about opening up our relationship? From the cards, not me.
Do you think we should?
I don't know.
Well, if the cards say it, then I mean,
I have always been such a big fangirl over Jack Hefner's words. He was an inspiration to me as a playwright.
That's what's so great about this, is we're meeting each other, we're networking. Most of the jobs I've got in my life, I would say 2/3 of them have come through meeting someone and knowing someone, and they ask me to do something.
As a board member and a playwright, it's so exciting to put this together for Southern LGBTQ playwrights and send them out in the world to tell their stories.
And to create this opportunity for LGBTQ plus writers, queer writers, screenwriters, playwrights to come together in community, to learn from each other, to nurture each other, to gain the experience that our professional screenwriters and playwrights have. It's an incredibly special weekend.
And I love starting with a question and having characters answer it in different ways or work through that question.
I write comedies. I don't know the nuance of what my script needs until I have the mentorship of an audience.
Listen to everybody, and then listen to yourself.
There's a lot to overcome with asking for money, but it's again, it goes back to when you believe something, they're gonna believe something.
How can I pare down, still with that desire to tell this story, how can I pare that down in a way that I can produce it?
So many people who write don't know what the next steps are. And for Del and Emerson to come around and say, this is what we do, we want to help you launch your project, help you develop your voice and really grow, and I find that so valuable.
Say yes to learn. Like, say yes to every single opportunity, whether it's theater forward or theater adjacent.
It's about finding other like-minded people, finding your community, finding your tribe.
So this is a piece that was inspired, as so many plays are, by a terrible relationship. How do we look outside the box and think about new ways to build families and to congregate with people that we love?
We're a team.
Yep. Go team!
Oh God, no. No, I'm not high-fiving you. And I don't want to choose.
Of course you don't.
Do you?
Do I want to choose between you and Hamid?
Do you want to choose between me and a baby?
No, but I have no choice.
Of course you do. There's always a choice. There's not always an easy one, but there's always a choice.
One of the reasons that we want to support this venture is to support people who are currently writing. You need to write these stories.
Timothy J. Smith, I believe, is 72 years old, and he won the screenwriting contest. There's a place where men like us go. Not to have sex, but to meet and make plans where to have sex.
I used to think I'd never do some of those things.
You still haven't done everything.
It was a massacre.
He's still a hero.
For what? Killing people dancing in a club? Is dancing haram too?
It's a special sin for men to dance with men who act like women.
I think one of the unfortunate things about writing in the queer space is being reminded by the news how relevant our work continues to be and how necessary it is to tell our stories.
Being queer in the South is not fun. All of us have stories,
and it definitely gets better, and it's continuing to get better, and the Del Shores Foundation is helping it get better.
This whole experience has kind of changed my life, and I said yesterday, this is my act 2.
Because you've changed my life, and you don't know it, probably. But my life has been changed, so thank you.
Thank you, Paul Conroy. Thank you, Out Front. And thank you, Atlanta, for having us.
All right, drive him home, Erica. Drive him home.
We'll go somewhere else, so y'all stay tuned.